Hey there. When you hop on, be sure and say hello. Hopefully that humming in the background doesn't bother anybody. It's my heater because it's really cold here. And I'm kind of a wimp, so I can't handle it. Just gonna wait for a couple of people to hop on and then we'll get started revealing. The silicone molds I'm going to show you guys, I don't have, hey Donna, I don't have any pre-made yet. Hey Gianna, Christina. I'm pretty excited. Even my 6-year-old niece is super excited about one of the things. Hi Josephine. I did not do, I know Martha, I'm so sorry. Hi Deborah Jo. I did not do a little kind of test run on any of these because life's been happening. I've been watching a lot of Christmas movies and I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, y'all want to see glitter or silicone molds first? Hey Paulette, how you doing? Hi Megan. Hi Joe. Okay, that's going to be in the way. That's good. Hopefully I got good lighting here. All right, I got a glitter. Hi, Jessica, Theta. All right, glitter first. That's 2 votes for glitter, 4 votes. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed kind of the cousins or the, yeah, Paulette, so you know how excited I am right now. So I went ahead and grabbed the fines for the, one of them. And then like the comparable one for another one. Tina, I've just been kind of lazy and watching a lot of Christmas movies. I have been working on orders out here. I just haven't really had time to do much of anything else. So yeah, it's my own fault. So I'm gonna lay this down because I finally got most of the glitter off of my silicone mat here. So the first one is Pink Goddess Chunky. And this is so pretty. Hi, Cynthia. Pink Goddess Chunky. It is gorgeous. It is a non-holographic. Now bear with me for just a second. I forgot to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay, so sorry about that. So this is Pink Goddess. It's really not holographic. I did pull the cousin to it so I could show you. It's like a bright plum. Are you gonna focus? There we go. Yeah, it's fine. Just for comparison here. Non-holographic. It's really nice. I like it a lot. What I did, helps if you put the lid on the right jar. So what I did on this one to show you the color difference, I grabbed Razzle, Dazzle, and Electric Berry, which are basically the holographic counterparts to these two. They're about the same shade of pink, but Razzle Dazzle is holographic where Pink Goddess is not. Electric Berry is holographic, Pink Goddess Chunky is not. So I thought it would be kind of nice to be able to compare other colors that are kind of on the similar colors spectrum scheme, whatever. Next, let's do, it's really hard for me to decide which one to do next. Ooh, hold on. I just realized this is almost a chunky of another one. Oh, I have it right here. How convenient that I don't put my stuff up like I'm supposed to. Yeah, okay, so let's do this one next. Let's clean this off. So this next one is called Elf. You can see before you even open it, it's a lot of gold and green. Ooh, Paulette, if you don't want a sneak peek, you should turn away now. Because I'm giving all the peeks. So this is basically gold and green. It's really pretty. Little holographic vibe to it. I happen to have Joyful Elves right here. I feel like this could easily be the chunky of this vine. It's pretty close. I'd say that's a safe assumption, is that Elf, I don't want to tilt it, is pretty much the fine of Joyful Elves. I like it. Once again, oh my gosh, it's been a week. I just tried twice to put the wrong lid on the jar. That's like putting a square peg in a round hole. I know, Jessica, I agree. Especially this one, Pascal. If y'all didn't get this yet, it's on the site now. This is from last month or the month before. I feel like, oh no, this is from the month before because last month had Calypso fine and Landon fine. But this is to die for. I love it so hard. In fact, it's the one I used right here whenever we did this one that lights up. Yep. Everybody knew I was going to be streaming, and yet someone's at my door.
Hey.
Son, I'm streaming. Oh, thank you, son. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. I would love my Sonic drink then. I have no idea. It's like 2-day-old lemonade. Oh my gosh. Random. So that was the 16-year-old. He brought me a snack. He has never brought me a snack out here before. Oh my goodness. That orange looks a little iffy, so I don't know that that's going to go in my pie hole just yet. Okay, so next, and you are so welcome for, hey Teresa. You are so welcome for showing the labels. I love being able to go back. Like when Fran does videos, I will bounce back and look for the label because I can't always listen. I usually just have to watch. Hey, Melissa. Hopefully I didn't miss too many people during that little interruption, but it's worth it. That boy, he's the cause of a good chunk of my gray hair, but it's okay. So this one, I guess I could show you before I take the lid off. I don't really have anything to go comparison-wise with this one. It's called Sleigh Bells. It is a mix. I have set this down in something apparently. I don't know what I could have done already, but that's okay. This to me seems like red and silver mix, which I don't think I have anything that's red and silver mixed. Yeah, he's a pretty sweet kid. I think I'll keep him. Yep. There's not silver chunks, only silver kind of medium cut. I don't feel like it's oh, hello, I just dumped that. I wasn't trying to do that. I don't feel like it's holographic, but it kind of is. It actually reminds me a little bit like Santa's coat. Santa's coat is darker. Yeah, it totally looks like ruby slippers for sure. It reminds me a lot of Cupid Shuffle, but with silver. It's a good combo. It's got fine and medium cut, but no large hex cut on this one. So, Sleigh Bells. Cherry Jello. I could see that as well. Yum. That sounds delicious. Alright. Next is called Frosted Fur. It's a mix. It's green, but it's kind of, it feels like it has a little bit of gold, but kind of a little bit of silver. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's really pretty. It doesn't look like your typical silver or gold, so I'm not confident in that analogy or description. It's like maybe champagne? A little bit of translucent in there so that it doesn't have a super heavy look. Yeah, I definitely see some translucent in there. I've got a lamp right here. I'm hoping it's helping with lighting, but I feel like it's not really. You can kind of see the translucent flecks on there. Kind of give you an idea. All right, one more. So this one, it doesn't have a label, so ignore my ugly writing. Yeah, maybe it's because it's slightly holographic, Melissa? Maybe, possibly. Yeah. Photos, videos never do justice. I wish that they did, but you can get a good idea at least. So this is Wizard of Oz Chunky. So at first I was like, oh my gosh, I got another mistletoe somehow. But it actually is different. It's a pretty decent shade difference. This is more of like a jade-ish green versus a Kelly green. So I was kind of like, wait, what happened? But it's totally different. I apparently don't have Wizard of Oz, which surprises me. I know I don't have all of her glitters, but I totally thought that I had that one. And I grabbed Emerald City, which is another shade difference. And Emerald City Chunky happens to be right here as well, so it is a nice difference. Hey, Teresa. Yeah, nice shade difference. So let's open this bad boy up. Oh, good grief. Look how full these are. I literally can't even tilt them over. This bottle of Pascal is only to here. And I've done 2 or 3 Strobler size 20 ounce because I had to strip it twice. And I've done 2 20 ounce skinnies already. Hi, Shading of the Heart. If you'll tell me your real name, I'll write it down and then I won't call you that all the time. Yeah, Jessica, it's very pretty. I actually just did a cup with it. I can show you. My coworker who loves Tiffany Blue totally chose Emerald City Chunky for her cup. Hi, Kara. For her cup, which kind of blew my mind because that's not in her nature. But yeah, it's really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna write that down right now. Is it Kara or Kara? Because I know both. And I know that that gets mispronounced all the time. And I don't want to call you the wrong name every single time. So here is Wizard of Oz Kara. Okay, cool. So Wizard of Oz Chunky. You know what? Let's put that there. And let's pour some mistletoe right next to it. Oh, you're welcome. So, wow, you can't even tell the difference in the video. Well, I wish you could see it a little bit better, but I guess you can see it on your side better than I can see it on my side. But you can see where that's more of a Kelly and that's kind of a Jadish. If you guys don't have a dump jar, you should totally create one. Dump jar glitters can be some of the prettiest mixes you've ever seen. I bought a few from Fran called Trash Pile. It's just kind of where the glitter filler, they just kind of dump off the excess. But that's what I've got working right now. It's really pretty. Yep. All right, that is it for glitters. Oh my goodness. I should definitely put the lid back. So Wizard of Oz Chunky, I'll get a label on there eventually. Elf, which I feel like is easily the Chunky of Joyful Elves. She may have actually pointed that out in the live, but I kind of just bounced through it because, again, I've been watching a lot of Christmas movies and not really watching other stuff. Sleigh Bells, Pink Goddess Chunky, and Frosted Fur. Really, really pretty. I know they're themed again, which she doesn't usually do multiple themes, but man, that's a red that you could use year round. This one's really fun. I could see that being kind of springish also. I like it. I like it a lot. So let me grab the, oh my goodness, I almost threw that right on the floor. Let me grab the molds real quick. I also have, oh my gosh, I just went blank-headed. I have liquid crystal on the way from Legendary Glitters, but I don't know when it's going to be here because it was a buy-in. I'm really anxious for it to get here. I'm so excited to try it because liquid crystal, if you're not familiar with it, is basically mood ring liquid. I had that all clean and look at the mess I've made. Okay, I'm going to flip this over and use this because I'm going to try not to get glitter all over these fresh molds. Turn that off, get that out of the way. How's the weather where everybody is? I don't like it. It's when it gets cold. It's like it was 49 on my way home from work. Okay, so these look like kind of the pods for your fingernail polish remover. But, oof, yeah, Cynthia. I don't like it. But these are actually chess pieces. I'm sorry this is kind of loud. I hate the way cellophane sounds on a speaker, but I'll make this fast. I ordered 2 sets of these. $39. Okay, so it's actually not that much colder in Texas than California or New York right now. Oh man. Okay, so this looks like it's most likely a knight. Looks like that could easily be a horse mane right there. Theta, what part of Texas are you in? Because I'm in north central Texas. Yeah, Cynthia, I'm really excited. I had actually ordered these before realizing the Queen's Gambit was going to be such a hot thing. It just took forever because they were out of stock and then she got them. This is the Rook. No. What's the little pieces that go in the front? Whatever those are called. My 6-year-old and 9-year-old niece are trying to teach me how to play chess. And I'm not really getting that far. Alright, this one I'm going to bet is a bishop, maybe? I'm not going to go through all of those because, I mean, it gets repetitive, but I'm really excited. It's 6 pieces. Oh, Theta, you're just like 2 hours from me. So it comes with all of these. I actually don't remember if it was like 2 queens, 1 knight, 1 bishop, whatever. But I ordered 2 sets because I knew that some of these I'm going to need multiples of. And they were like I don't know, 10, 12 bucks for the set. Crazy cheap. These are from legendaryglitter.com. I got 2 of those sets. And then I'm really excited about these. It's checkers. I'm so excited. I am going to have to let these sit on underneath something heavy. I'm sorry, that's loud, y'all. I did not open these ahead of time. But how fun is that? Checkers. I'm stoked. So these, I don't know what I'm going to do for the back so that they're not so boring. I'll probably do some kind of like a shaped glitter or something. I don't really know. Or maybe I'll do a fine for the bottom half to just barely cover that, and then like a chunky. I did that with my last set of dominoes, and it was amazing. I get those fine little air bubbles around the edges. I don't know if I have anything handy that shows what I'm talking about. Yeah, I have this. It's kind of hard to see. So these little air bubbles, focus. You see, okay, you can kind of see it there where it makes that little dip right there. I only get that when I do chunky, I feel like. I guess because it makes like a little lean-to and then air gets underneath there. And so whenever I did my last set of dominoes, I just did a quick little double 6. I did the bottom with Landon Fine. And then I did the next layer with the chunky. So not only did it help make sure that you couldn't see through them, it really made them really nice. Like very, very few of those air bubble bad spots. So that's probably what I'll do here as well. And that way you can kind of tell regular versus, you know, king me, whatever. I haven't played checkers in forever. I don't remember all the terminology. I hope the humming in the background isn't too annoying. I have my heater going. I don't feel like it's too loud, but... Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do with these, because they're not as big or as beefy as I thought they were going to be. But it's the Disney font of the alphabet and numbers. So I really thought that maybe they were going to be bigger, kind of like the other letter keychains that we have. I don't think I have that handy. Oh, yes, I do. I was really hoping it was going to be more like this. It's nowhere near it. Kind of bummed, but I mean, they're nice for what they are, but not what I thought. It's okay. I've spent more on far stupider things. And I got 2 more molds, and I totally forgot I got a glitter. Any Harry Potter fans out there will know exactly what these are. Oh yeah, you're so welcome, oh boy. I'm glad that they're working. Jessica, she had at least 1 ornament mold on her site the last time I looked, but I haven't looked in like a week or 2. Most of mine have come from AliExpress, but it takes forever to get them. But you should be able to find some type of shop on Etsy, or there's so many little glitter sellers that have molds. So this is the Luna Lovegood Spectra Specs. These are so you can see those weird little things that fly around people's heads. That's how she found Harry Potter when he was under the cloak of invisibility. Nerd. And then this one's super cute. I have a dog bone and I have a dog tag, and my paw print is massive. So this, I think, will really be great for the people that have their little puppy love, but the other stuff was just way too big. So I'm stoked about both of those. And I got a couple of Potter heads at home, at work, that I think they're going to have to get some Spectra specs. Hi, Debbie. And this one I'm going to open. So all of this that I'm showing you right now all came from Legendary Glitter. So this one, hold on, I'm going to put some in my hand so you can actually get the full effect of it. How adorable is that? It's so cute. Let's see. Inky, Blinky, Clyde, Pinky. Inky. I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Inky, Blinky, Pinky, Clyde. Ah, man. I don't remember. Somebody knows the answer. So, Jessica, I've never seen any actual molds that were specific to houses. I've only ever seen the Deathly Hallows one. The where it's the triangle, the circle, and the wand, the line. The stone, the cloak, and the wand. You know what I mean. If you're a Potterhead, you know exactly what I mean. And that is it. With the exception of these adorable pencils, which I don't have one sharpened. They have rainbow. Yes, Josephine, they sure are. Are you going to show? Ugh. Took out a big chunk of my knuckle at Hobby Lobby earlier. It's really uncomfortable. Well, it's not wanting to show for some reason, but you can still see it. These are so cute. Just little pencils. Kind of expensive for what they are, but they're adorable. There's 10 of them, I think, for like $3.50, something like that. So that's everything that I have from Legendary and from Friends. So if you feel like hanging around, I'm working on my Secret Santa gift right now. Ooh, ooh. Does anyone want a sneak peek on the tutorial I'm working on right now? Look how cute that is. He's so cute. So I am working on a pencil cup. I'm so excited. Oh shoot, I left it by the door. I'll be right back. How fun is that? It's not done, obviously. This is, yeah, they literally get blood money. It didn't bleed, but, you know, sounds better that way. Sounds cooler and way tougher. So what I have left of this to do is, I just dumped glitter somehow, is Nala on there. It'll tone it down a lot once I get that on there. I didn't have a light brown, so I just kind of went with what I had. But I did a pink layer of paint and glittered it. And then I did a silver layer of paint and glittered it. But I sealed in between, just like when we did the rainbow stripe with the double-sided tape. Just kind of sealed it in between. Sometimes with hairspray, but sometimes with clear coat. And I just realized that I sealed this and some yellow definitely had migrated. So I'm going to have to brush that really good. But you know what, Debbie? I don't know why we call it Secret Santa, because most of us actually know who has who. So I'm really excited for this one. This is actually not Secret Santa gift. This is for a coworker, but not for a Secret Santa gift. So this one's not secret at all. We can tell everybody. So I have my cup already base painted. I just need to mix up my epoxy. That won't take very long. But we're gonna do Pepper Chunky. This coworker is an Aggie mom. So she's getting, and she doesn't watch YouTube, so I'm safe to talk about it. Oh, I want to. So she's an Aggie mom, and so since this cost me so little to make and our budget is 30 bucks, she's also getting a tie blanket as well. It's got a little dusty last night. So when I do my chunky glitter, most of y'all probably already know this. Oh, I'm done showing y'all new stuff. So if you want to hang around, please do. But if you don't, I won't be showing anything else new. This is straight up just running our mouths, talking, chatting, all that good stuff. That's all that we have going now. So anyways, she's an Aggie mom, so she's gonna get a tie blanket and this. And I feel bad that our budget is 30 and this cup cost me, what, $7 to make? So of course I spent 30 bucks in fleece. So I'll be a little bit over budget, but most of us can't really stick to budget anyways. Just a couple of us actually do stay on budget. So I have my epoxy kind of over here by my shop light. I set my timer so it'd be nice and warm when I got here, and then I did everything else instead. Theta, thank you. This is what is this? Mulberry? No. Cranberry. It was a berry. I said the wrong one. It's pretty good. It's pretty true to that lid color there. So we're gonna do Pepper Chunky over it. I know that this is probably a little too dark. That's probably more accurate, but I don't have one this color. Santa's coat is too bright red for it. This would be more like a tech red, or maybe not really Nebraska, but definitely a tech red, and we just cannot have that. So I'm going to mix 20 milliliters of epoxy. So if you've seen me do this before, you already know what I'm about to say, but if not, this has been a game changer for me. In fact, I did a cup last night, yesterday morning, something like that, where I did a nice thick layer and I sprinkled my glitter, and when you go thicker on here, it settles quite nicely. And I feel like I hardly have any issues with wild hairs, so to speak. In fact, I have a cup that I just did. What is this crooked? The seam of this corner part of my desk is wonky and it's messing me up here. I have a cup that I can show you. This is one that just has 2 layers of epoxy, and I barely had to sand any spots at all. You can kind of see that little profile view. I put it on real thick, and then I just patted down. You can see right there I have a little bit of a lump right there. Alright, so I'm looking at this weird. I have not. Ooh, Jessica, this is Calypso. Isn't that gorgeous? It's very convenient that I don't put my glitters away. Inconvenient, but very convenient. Yeah, this is Calypso. And last month's sub box has Calypso Fine. So if you didn't get that, it's gorgeous. I actually have 2 cups going right now with Calypso. The other one is a Milky Way. I hated to cover it up, but Good gravy, it's so pretty. So this will have a cute little inspirational quote and a name and a picture. Super cute. Jessica, I do the same exact thing. You are not alone, girl. It's because we're passionate about what we do, right? Okay, so I'm going to stop talking for a minute and mix my epoxy like I've been meaning to do for like the last 5 minutes. So I'm wearing my husband's big furry slippers because I totally left my house shoes in the car, which is such a weird thing to come out of my mouth. But we were running late this morning to get to the bus stop, so I literally grabbed my socks, grabbed my shoes. Ah, it burped. Ugh. Okay. I'm making a mess. Anyways, grab my socks, grab my shoes, and put it in the car, put my shoes on in the car, which is unfortunate. So now I'm wearing my husband's big furry bare feet house shoes. And I said in advance, I'm really sorry that these are going to come back in the house with glitter on them. He just rolled his eyes because I think he already knew. I'm really hoping that's what they got me for Christmas. I don't really ask for much because I usually buy whatever I want with my own mad money, but I really hope I get new house shoes. So I'm mixing up my liquidy split. I use this for just about everything nowadays. Not for my alcohol ink swirls, but definitely for everything else. I mean, you could do it for your alcohol ink swirls. It's just going to set a little faster, but that may actually work in your favor if you are trying to not get too much movement. My small pottery shop, if you'll tell me your name, I'll write it on my list of people's names so I can call you by your actual name if you want. I don't think I've ever seen you on here before. Where are you from? How you doing? Alright, so that's that. I learned my lesson last night that I need to put a glove on my left hand also, because as I was doing the Milky Way last night, I had epoxy all over this finger, and I don't even know how it happened. Because I'm pretty careful, because I don't want to waste 2 gloves. I just want to use 1 glove if I can, because they're kind of in short supply, and I can't always get my hands on them, and blah, blah, blah. You know what it is. I was literally still picking epoxy out of my cuticle at work today. I'm like, really? Come on. Susan, I typically don't have trouble with gloss paint, but I will say that I just last weekend, and only on a couple of cups so far, have started using matte clear coat. I feel like it maybe works better, but I'm not positive. I'm not convinced. Alright, so here we go. I really wanted to do something real fancy with this, like a Kelly Kaleido or something, but that's just not going to happen. So I'm just going to put a decently thick layer. I do not want... I would agree with that, Jessica. It does dry faster. It feels like anyways. I don't want my epoxy literally dripping off. I don't want it moving at all, but I definitely want it thicker than what you would do if you were doing a fine glitter. And most of y'all already know this, but just in case somebody doesn't, if you're doing a fine glitter, you want super thin, just as thin as you can get it. Otherwise, you end up with these weird wet looking spots, and that's where the glitter has soaked into the epoxy. I will say I prefer doing matte base coat for my wood grains than I do glossy. I can definitely do them a little bit. I don't feel like it takes forever to dry, and if I have to go back over a spot, I feel like it's a little bit more user friendly. I've just barely started using it for my clear coat. So we've already talked about weather. Who is done with their Christmas shopping? If you have Christmas shopping to do, that is. I get to brag. We literally only have one person left, and it's one of the people in the family that actually doesn't need anything. So Nana is going to get a gift card to her favorite nail salon. They love her so much they gave her one of their own personalized masks. It's really funny to see an 86-year-old with a mask that says sexy nails. I was cracking up last weekend. She's the cutest old lady ever. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss her so hard when she's gone. But oh man, she's amazing. So that's most likely what she's gonna get. Either that or a gift card to Joann's, because they're always making something for somebody. That's about the only thing that I can think of. Debbie, I do use them in my molds as long as they're not super deep. The KS Resin website says that Liquidy Split is good for anything up to an 1/8 inch thick. Most of my pink molds are pretty much that. They're exactly that. I've got a couple of molds that are a little on the deeper side that I tend to avoid that on those. And I will not be using them on... Oh, Laura, you're so sweet. I definitely won't be using Liquidy Split on my chess pieces. Yes to checkers, no to chess. Alright, so I'm going to do just a little bit more on here. Like I said, I want it thick. Debbie, so I have started, it's really obnoxious, so I'm not going to do it on camera, but I have this big cigar box that I got from the shop when my husband went, and I put my molds on there after they're filled, and I pat and tap and beat the crap out of the bottom of it to pop, 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 raise those air bubbles best I can. And then I let it sit there for a minute, and then I go zap it, usually with my lighter. I don't really do my torch on that because I feel like it's going to shorten the life of my molds. Teresa, hopefully everything is okay in your world. I hate that. It feels like holidays are always when everything hits. So I'm going to do the bottom first. And I've got my parchment down because I want to be able to pour my glitter back in. One of these days, guys, I'm going to do a tutorial on building a turner. I think I have everything. It's just a matter of doing it. So I want to show you real quick before I put this back on. Look how flat that is already laying. It's so good. And we got full coverage, except for right here on the corners. Or on the edges here. So just like that. Put that on there, and now I'm going to coat the rest of this. And you know what I'm going to do this time? I'm going to pay attention to where it's coming off the back, because every single time I do this, I dump it right out that little... It's not exhaust, but it's where the stuff goes, so I guess it kind of is. But can you see how flat that already is right there? It's a game changer. Do not do this though with fine. You'll end up using a lot more glitter because, like I said, it soaks right in. So I'm literally just going to go over it, and I've got to cover really good because I do not have pepper fine to fill in any gaps I might miss. I have Gig'em, which came out right before she got Pepper, and it is a shade different, so I can't use it to fill in. I like Gig'em, it's perfect, but this is, I mean, unless they're side by side, you can't tell them apart. I'll eventually get Pepper, but I still have lots of Gig'em left. There's probably a lot faster way of doing this. I could probably just dump it, but I kind of like the satisfaction of watching it slowly transform. Yeah, Jessica, it is so pretty. I love this. I've used it several times. I just haven't used it up yet. For those of you that are new to tumblers, or you just want a group that's full of nice people that are willing to help, the group's not very big yet. It's got like, I think we're at like 1,500 people already, but we started a Facebook group, and it's called Newbie Tumbler Tutorials and Support. And I think I saw that the actual like address of it was facebook.com/newbie tumbler tutorials. I didn't create that. I think it just kind of defaulted to that. But make sure you answer all the questions, and if you don't answer all the questions, I will not approve it, because there are too many people with fake, oh, and if the profile looks fake, I won't approve that either. There are too many people with fake profiles out there that are joining all these groups and trying to scam people. So I apologize in advance. If it looks fake, it will not get approved. Or if it is brand spanking new, unless it says that you know a bunch of people in the group, I ignore those too. Yes, Cynthia, that's exactly right. So I mixed 20, but I only used... It's below 10, but it's not quite to 7.5, so roughly 12 then. I like it because it makes it lay down so flat, and it looks the same under epoxy. Maybe even a little bit nicer, in my opinion. Personal preference. There are so many cups out there that I see that I'm like, okay, I wouldn't have done it that way, but it looks great. It's just whatever works for you. Hi, Lisa. I'll do a recap in just a minute. I'm actually almost done working out here. I think I'm going to go inside and watch Elf again. Love that movie so hard. Oop, I missed a spot big time. Okay, got it. All right, so that is exactly... I've already watched it 1.5 times this week, and that was night before last. So yes, that is why that is laying so flat, is because of all of that excess on there. And I have a good amount left, so let's go ahead and make her a keychain. My cross mold is getting pretty haggard right now, so we're just going to do the old school hotel key. Hopefully my epoxy hasn't mixed up or set up too far. I think I'm okay. So if you haven't done a tumbler like this with the thicker epoxy for the chunky glitter, you are going to need to pat it down later on. Like, I'm going to let this set for a minute, and then I'm going to go and kind of get these little wild hairs that are stuck up. Some people will just take a fresh parchment and wrap it around there. I'm worried about it sliding all around and moving my epoxy where I don't want it to be and making bald spots, but I've said it before, I have like probably unreasonable fears. This may not be quite enough. I'll probably have to top it off with the next batch. I love this little hotel key. It's so cute. My sister's birthday is Friday, next Friday, not today. And her cousin commissioned a cup. It was so cute. And she got a matching keychain and matching earrings. It was a little extra. But it's my little sister, so I had to take care of it. And I really wanted to do Shady Pines Retirement Community on there, but I didn't. I ran out of time. It's my own fault. But that's okay. I'm just kind of manipulating this because my epoxy kind of did set up pretty good. So I'm just manipulating it, and then I'll fill it in later with another layer of epoxy tomorrow. It's not worth mixing up anymore for it. That's just barely not enough. I'll probably put some kind of vinyl on here. I make so many keychains for my coworkers that my boss officially has more keychains on her keyring than she has keys. It's just such an easy little pick-me-up. I love it. So now, like I said earlier, I'm going to put this on my cigar box and kind of pop up my air bubbles here. But it's kind of obnoxious and loud, so I'm going to do it over here. Hopefully it's not very loud for y'all. And now I'll zap it with a lighter really quickly. Kind of get those air bubbles. My she shed is leaning. It's just settling because it's been out here for 2 years and it's Texas, so there's like erosion and stuff. So I have to make sure that whenever I walk away from something that won't self-level, like this is rotating, so as long as my turner's not leaning super hard one way or the other, it won't really affect it. But molds, on the other hand, they're flat, and I have ended up with some super wonky ones. So I have to like prop up whatever my box is on, or whatever my support is on. It's a little redneck, but that's okay. This hasn't been turning for too long, but I'm kind of ready to head inside and veg out for the night. So I'm just going to gently pat any spots that I see kind of sticking up the way I don't want them to do. It just makes it easier when I go to do my epoxy to not have that. And sometimes when you sand it, it takes the color off, and so you end up with this weird bare spot afterwards. And I have gotten to the point where I actually use an X-Acto to kind of cut it instead of sanding it. I feel like that minimizes that color loss. It might just be my imagination though. I don't use an X-Acto, I use just a straight razor blade out of the hardware section. Okay, oh, right there. The nice thing about having your base paint pretty close is that any little spots that you might have missed, or any thinner spots where it didn't quite cover as good because maybe the epoxy wasn't as thick as it needed to be, it's going to camouflage that pretty darn good. I did not do that with that green paw print one that I showed you earlier. I didn't do like I should have, and I had to recoat a couple of spots, and I knew better, but we had a couple of ideas in the air, and it just, you know. Yeah, okay, so that's it. You can see how that looks from your side. As it comes around, there's very minimal. Oh, yes. Okay, so Deborah Jo, last night, I kind of cracked myself up because this was real, in my head, it sounded genius. I had my orbital sander in here, so I took the sanding pad off, and I thought the vibration of it would raise the bubbles to the top of my epoxy. I mean, I could see a couple of big bubbles, but I mean, it was not as effective as I was wanting it to be. But it was worth a shot. So I'm glad I'm not the only one, but I imagine that would work really well on a mold versus a freshly mixed cup of epoxy. So I'm just taking my glove off, and then I'll do a quick recap for those that joined us late of what I've already showed y'all. So if you want to see it again, hang tight, but if you don't, you've already seen it. So what I'll do to make sure this cures really good because of the temperature that we're dealing with right now, I'll turn my shop light on it. Whew, I thought my tripod was hitting it for a minute. I'll turn my shop light on it and then set my timer for like 2-3 hours. It doesn't need super long for the liquidy split. With the shop light on there, it kind of does it a little faster than normal. So here we go. First one was Wizard of Oz Chunky, and this is different from Mistletoe. You can kind of see the shades there. I don't have my light back on over my shoulder again like I had earlier. So Wizard of Oz Chunky is more of a jade-ish variation than Mistletoe. And the Emerald City is even darker. It's kind of getting low because I've used it a handful of times. Just to kind of give you an idea of shading there. And sometimes those slight variations of color, they make all the difference, because like I was just talking about with the Pepper Chunky, Gig'em is just a hair closer, but it's still pretty good. Lisa, this is the sub box colors that just came yesterday. So if you have a sub box coming, don't look if you don't want to see it. If you don't want the surprise ruined. Next one was excuse me, my throat went dry. Frosted Fur. It has kind of a silver gold. Jessica said she saw some like blue and red shift. I can kind of see it too. It's really pretty. I can't wait to see this one under epoxy. It kind of does, Deborah Jo. This box has 2 colors that are pretty Christmassy, but I think they'll be usable year-round for other projects as well. Because that was my first thought too. I was like, oh, it's still kind of Christmassy, but I can totally see where these would be used elsewhere. This one is a chunky elf, and it's like gold green holographic. It's pretty much the holographic of Joyful Elves. Close enough anyways. I didn't get all of the live that they showed the colors of what I was watching, but they may have said that that's what it is. That may be why it's called that, but I'm not positive because I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing. Now this one is called Sleigh Bells. It is red with silver, fine, and chunky mixed in. It's a little bit different than Santa's coat, but it's not as bright as Cupid Shuffle. I mean, it might be. I don't have it handy to actually throw it side by side. One more. This one's probably my favorite. Pink Goddess Chunky. Yes, so Elf does remind me of Chameleon, but let me grab that one. I actually think I have it right here. No, but I did find 2 glitters that I didn't know were missing. I actually don't think I have Chameleon close by. Chameleon, I think, is more of a gold green shift, where this is an actual mix, like a very defined, that's a gold piece, that's a green piece kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that Chameleon is a color shift. Almost positive. But like I said, I don't have it handy to know. So Pink Goddess Chunky. Kind of non-holographic there. Really pretty. I have Pink Goddess Fine from my stash. Nicole, these are all from fransglitterandmore.com, and these will not be available until the beginning of January. And she'll post if there's any extra subscription boxes. But all of Fran's colors are amazing. I have at least 30 colors sitting right here next to me that I haven't bothered putting up because I've been using them for different projects. There's a $5 off coupon in the description. So that is Pink Goddess Chunky. This is Pink Goddess Fine. I went ahead and grabbed Razzle Dazzle and Electric Berry just so you can see the difference of the non-holographic and the holographic. Really pretty. You're welcome, Nicole. I love her. I don't get a kickback. I don't even use the rewards. Like every time somebody uses that reward link and buys something, I used one just to kind of make her get off my back, and I don't use them. I love how she runs her business, so I'm happy to spread the word. So that was it for the subscription box colors. Recap: Pink Goddess Chunky, Elf also chunky, Sleigh Bells also chunky, Wizard of Oz chunky, I just quickly wrote it on there, and Frosted Fur. Love it. And the other thing was, I thought these were going to be a lot bigger. I thought, oh, these would be such cute keychains, but they're really not going to be good for that. But what might be good is doing that and then maybe putting that on top of like an ornament or something. This happens to only be the only ornament I have handy. That might be something that I could use that for, is to make something so it has kind of that 3D vibe. But that, and then that's the letter, the lowercase, so to speak. It's actually mostly just smaller numbers. And then we got checkers. I am so excited about this. So I think what I'll do, like I mentioned earlier, I'll fill it up just past this part, this ledge here, with fine, and then top it off with chunky. And then we also got chess piece molds, which I have not poured any of these yet. These literally just came in. They were there when I got to work on Monday. But these, like this one is the small, is it a rook? I don't know, whatever the thing that goes in the front row. My nieces are going to teach me how to play. They tried on Friday and we didn't make it very far. This looks like it's most likely the bishop. So when I do these, I've got to definitely make sure I have my level. Otherwise these things are going to be needing a V8. And then, so I got 2 sets of those because I think my video just glitched. Yes, I will, Megan. I'll actually probably record it just because it's fun to do that, to see it beginning to end. So this is adorable little Pac-Man. Inky, Pinky, Pinky, Clyde. Did somebody say Sue was the other one? I don't remember. Anyways, super cute. Really tiny. Love it. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but she had it and I wanted it. And then the Luna Lovegood infamous Spectra Specs. I can't wait to make one of these too. I'm going to use probably something like Dawson. That's a nice pink blend. I've got, this one would be really pretty, Great Gatsby. I think it might have too much champagne though. All kinds of options. Maybe Pink Lemonade or Raspberry Delight. That's what I meant to say. This one's super cute. That one would probably make really great. Maybe Clyde is wrong. Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Sue. I thought Clyde. I don't know. What game would that be from? I know there's a character that's like random name, like, oh, why doesn't it rhyme with anyone else? And then this one. Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde is what Lisa says. I don't know. Somebody said Sue earlier. I'm like, that doesn't sound wrong, but I don't know. Is it? Oh no, Deborah Jo. It's because it's beautiful. Three Sisters Custom Blend. Deborah Jo, do you have that? Okay, that makes sense, Lisa. Deborah Jo, if you don't have Three Sisters Custom Blend, it's really close. Really, really, really close. So, not the same though. But if you needed it as like a stand-in. So, Great Gatsby is pink and champagne. Ah, it's out of stock too. She did just have a Black Friday sale. And she had her anniversary sale. So, it might take a little bit. Three Systems Custom Blend has kind of a mint shift in it. It's similar to Great Gatsby, but side by side, they are really different. And this is the final mold that I got. Super cute. Kind of different than your typical dog bone, your dog tag. I've got the big jar. Are you bringing me another orange?
Mom,
you're super sweet.
It sounds like something's wheezing out there.
Wheezing?
Yeah, like a cat.
Okay.
Wheezing out.
Can you take this back inside, please? I'm not going to eat it. I don't need another orange. Please go. I'm almost done. I'll be inside in just a minute. Actually, just wait for me so you can help me figure out the sound.
Stay here.
Okay, and then these cute little pencils. Love them. They were just a cute little something. I love rainbows. If y'all don't know anything else about me, it's that. That is it, guys. I got a teenager behind me needing me to go figure out a mystery. So that is everything I have. That's it. Lisa, I have ducks, but I don't have geese. They are Sunshine and Midnight, and they're so cute. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys. Yeah, Deborah Jo, he's laughing at you. Because he only wants mama time whenever he's kissing up.
But I want my phone tomorrow while y'all are shopping.
Yeah, we know. So, there's those. And that's it. Yep. I love it. Sorry I've been MIA. Oh, Lisa, I don't think, and anyone else that just joined us, this is almost done. This is the next tutorial that I'm working on. That is going to have Nala right there. That's it. So we're going to let that Aggie Mom tumbler turn for a couple of hours. I'm going to turn on the timer, the shop light. Just let it go. Y'all can see how flat that is. Alright, ladies. As I mentioned earlier, if y'all need a good place to join for kind of the newbie questions that you might get ripped apart asking in some of the other groups, go join our group, Newbie Tumbler Tutorials and Support. Answer all the questions. I will not approve anybody that doesn't answer all the questions. I had one that actually said no to the, do you agree to be nice? I'm like, okay, delete. That's stupid. I don't know if it was an accident, and if it was, they would probably go back and rejoin if they cared, but I'm like, no. I'm trying to make a safe place there for us to ask. So, have a great night. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy. Hope you get all your Christmas shopping done soon. And, that's it. Jessica, I don't know what you mean. What? Are you talking to, Kara, maybe? Okay, cool. Alright, y'all. So, that's it. I should be uploading that pencil tumbler tutorial probably in the near future. And you guys are so welcome. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. And stay safe. Oh, got it. Okay. I see what you're saying, Jessica. Yeah, there's a lag on when I can see the comments. It's kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. Especially since I had to get a TV above my workspace because I'm getting a little too old to read my phone at this close range. Getting old's not for the faint of heart. All right. You guys have a great night, ladies. Couple of gentlemen. Have a good one. Okay, April, I was just about to log off, and I saw you pop on here. Your cups, I hope to get out tomorrow, but it might Monday. So, anyways, okay. Catch you guys later. I mean it this time.